Greetings, everyone. This is Stirring It Up with Chef Bee and Friends. We are here at Ewe Fresh, and I am here with Studio Stephanie. Yes, y'all. Today we are talking about self-love. And our offering today is some self-love smoothie. Yes. And then because the weather has changed dramatically in Atlanta, it's a little chilly. We actually added this in at the last minute, y'all. I said, you know what, let me make a little vegan chowder or vegetarian chowder. So we'll show you just how to put that together in my new Instapot. So, so I'm really excited about that. Yes, y'all, so Studio Stephanie. Studio Stephanie, you are everywhere, but like nowhere, right? She is incognito, right? She works under the radar, yes? But she knows everybody, y'all. She knows everybody. I want you to tell them a little bit about what you do and why they call you Studio Stephanie.
Okay. I am Studio Stephanie, your wealth and wellness coach. And the name Studio Stephanie came about because I used to actually be an entertainment agent.
Yeah.
And so I used to take the local celebrities around to the schools and to different places so the people that I was working with can get credit. And I can get paid, and so it was a win-win. And then also I wanted to establish a place where talent, especially young talent, could be able to work without having to worry about crooked contracts.
Gotcha.
And there's so many in the entertainment industry. There's just so much crookedness, unfortunately,
Right.
that I wanted to provide something, a safe haven that models and again the young talent will be able to just go ahead and do their thing.
Oh, that's
Yeah, so at that time, my mentor, who is Travis Winky, international fashion guru, he crowned me Studio Stephanie.
He gave you the name.
He gave me the name,
Yes.
and I kept it. And
Yeah.
I tried to shake it off when I got out of the entertainment industry, but everybody still called me Studio Stephanie.
I love it. It's so different.
Thank you. So I just stayed with it.
Yeah.
And that's how I got the name.
So tell them a little bit about some of the things. She's being modest, y'all. She does a lot of different things. She really supports people in the community to get their ideas on paper.
Yes.
So tell them a little bit about that.
I am a coach. I'm a life coach. I'm a master trainer. I'm a yoga instructor. And I'm a book coach. And I help people write books because there is a book inside of everyone.
Everybody. That's
Yes.
right.
And so I help people understand how the power of the pen. Get that pen and paper and just make your masterpiece.
Yes.
And get paid.
Yes.
Yeah.
No, that's wonderful.
Yeah, that's what
And
I
then
do.
you said you also do yoga.
Yes.
You work with people one-on-one.
Yes.
You have a class.
Yes.
Yes and yes and yes and yes.
Well, I have a contract where I go into the jails and I teach yoga for the state of Georgia. I teach the juvenile girls. But for DeKalb County, I have another contract where I teach the juvenile boys.
Oh, wow.
And so that's just my way of just giving back because I believe that when I talk to the youngsters, a lot of them just don't have access to mentors.
Right.
And they just made mistakes. And so I just want to be able to drop some positive nuggets, golden nuggets in their head and give them another opportunity at life.
Yeah.
So that's my heart, to be able to help them.
Yeah, that's beautiful. And actually that leads us into our topic of the day, which is self-love.
Yes.
And so, I mean, in places like juvenile detention centers, you see young people who have made poor choices, following behind folks, or just not having good guidance. And there, in some cases, in a lot of cases, there's a lack of self-love. And so what I want you to do is, because I know this is a topic that's very passionate to you, tell the folks out there, when you say self-love, you know, people say sacred self-love. What do you mean by that? You know, what does that look like for some people who are like, well, I do self-love, I love me, I love myself. What does that really mean?
Well, self-love, the foundation of self-love is self-care. And that encompasses honoring, on yourself, mentally, physically, spiritually. Mentally, are you being aware of the company you keep? All of that makes a difference, especially when it comes to relationships. You know, if your 5 closest friends, if something's wrong with them, you got to look at yourself. Especially again with relationships, there's your parents' relationships, your children's relationships, your intimate relationship, your co-workers' relationship. All of that you need to analyze to see where you are. And I always ask people, how often do you think about what you think about? Because it's so important. And then also when it comes to your mind and honoring yourself, your finances. You know, again, I'm Studio Stephanie, your wealth and wellness coach. So your wealth is so important. You got to be able to take care of yourself.
That's right.
You need to be self-sufficient, especially women. And that's why I wrote my book, Image is Everything. What does your image say about you? Because I want women to be able to take care of themselves and not have to cheapen themselves to pay the bills.
Right.
You know.
Now here, she trying to be nice when she say that.
Yeah.
Right? She trying to be nice when she say that, y'all. Cheapen themselves to pay the bills, i.e. being very selective with who your mates are, right? And being selective with who you choose to, you know, build your life with, right?
Yes.
Because if that person is not adding value to your relationship and you're not adding value to their relationship with you and vice versa, then it's like, what are we doing?
Exactly.
Right?
Yeah, so gold diggers, no. There's no self-love when it comes to being a gold digger. You know, you should be able to take care of yourself. But if you do have that mate that can take care of you, that's just the icing on the cake. But you should be self-sufficient on your own as well.
All right, so we're talking about our relationships with someone, a significant other, our family. You said self-care. Now, when I actually did some research on self-love, they said it's more than just going to the spa and get a spa treatment, right? I mean, that's cool, right? Taking a day off from work, that's cool. But they definitely went into some other deeper pillars of self-love, right? And it's really this mindfulness that you talked about, without saying mindfulness. You said thinking about what you're thinking about. And so I want to know if you can talk a little bit about the mindfulness piece.
And it starts with the foundation is meditation and prayer and just becoming one with yourself. You know, because how can you love someone else until you truly love yourself? And so I recommend to my clients, and when I speak, it's about starting your day with meditation. It can be 5 minutes, or it could be an hour, or whatever. But the main thing is before you cut that television on, before you cut your telephone on, and hopefully it's not on all night, because you don't know what's entering your temple while you're sleeping. So hopefully 5 minutes, 10 minutes, and just try not to think about anything, and just take some deep breaths and just center yourself. And it has so many benefits to it that you might not necessarily be aware of, but it does a lot for the body.
No, that's so
That's
true.
the beginning.
So, like, what kinds of things, going back to your work in juvenile detention centers, what kinds of things are you seeing in regards to self-love or lack thereof, things that you might want to share with our viewers, things that they need to watch for with their young people?
Okay. What I've noticed is that with the youngsters, a lot of them have young parents. So it's the cycle repeating itself of children having children. And unfortunately, a lot of these single mothers are chasing men or males that are chasing their children. You know, and it's, it gets really deep. And a lot of the youth, for example, it was a 12-year-old bragging about having 4 kids at 12.
At the
12,
really? At this detention center?
Yes.
Wow.
At 12. And then
How's that even possible?
That's a boy or a girl?
It was a boy.
Oh, I was like, I was thinking it was a girl.
No,
Okay.
in DeKalb County, on Memorial Drive.
Wow.
And he was just bragging, and so I was asking him, because he was bragging in the group, you know, how are you going to take care of yourself? And so he was alluding to handling things on the street, but then you know, for the most part, sometimes it's your friends that turn on you. And then how are you going to take care of your children? You know, things like that. And then the main thing is, what I discovered is that a lot of them, they eat hot dogs.
So the diet's for.
Oh, it's horrible. They don't like water at all. And a lot of them use the restroom once a week.
Wow.
Yeah, so that's why I'm like, I gotta get in there and I gotta talk to them because they just don't understand the value of elimination and just how toxic their bodies are.
Well, you know, it's so interesting that we're having this conversation. We, you know, in Atlanta, different parts of the city of Atlanta, you know, there are some, you know, communities where you see people just kind of idling, hanging out, that kind of thing. I mean, I come from Brooklyn, right? And so I'm very familiar with those communities. I grew up in one of those communities. And, you know, you see, like, at the gas station, these young men, no more than 14, 15 years old, pants are sagging. And it's just like they're looking to get into something. They're looking to be into something, right? And I was like, man, what an opportunity this could be for mentorship, right? Where, you know, there's someone who has their best interests at heart. They're not trying to use them. And really just help to cultivate and help to develop these young men, these young people to greatness, as opposed to using them to, you know, do not good things, not productive things in the community.
Because a lot of reasons that they use the youth is because they don't have the longer jail time.
Oh, that's what that is.
That's what that is.
Wow, I didn't know that.
Just to straight use them.
Wow.
You know, the kids that the parents are too preoccupied working or not thinking about the kids, because when a lot of youngsters, when they have kids, they were doing it just to keep the man. And then once the man is gone, then, you know, they're just on their own. Kids are raising themselves.
Whew. It's really deep.
It's serious out there.
Really deep.
It really is. And then television. You know, we got this garbage on television that they're eating garbage, and you know the chemtrails out here. The music that they listen to is just.
It's a cycle of craziness.
Yeah, it is.
So there's some things that we can do to really start cultivating self-love. Definitely doing things to support your wellness internally, right?
Yes.
So of course drinking a lot of water, and of course the things that you eat, right?
Yes.
So let me say this, y'all. We know that you know, the holiday season is coming up, and people want things that are decadent and comforting. It's chilly outside, but we can't lose sight of the fact that a lot of the things that we're going to be seeing the end of this month, you know, during Thanksgiving, right? Those things are not necessarily the best for us. So we really are encouraging y'all to just, you know, limit your intake of sugar, limit your intake of foods that are not going to support your wellness. And, you know, really try to, if you can, fill up on the good stuff before you go out and eat, right? Because then you more than likely won't overdo it. But if you go out on these streets hungry,
Oh, what a mistake.
don't do that.
Yeah.
Don't do that.
No. And then there's a lot of emotional eaters. So just because the holidays are here, they're eating extra cake and cookies and stuff. Just because.
Because you feel like you're losing something, or you
They're not
don't.
even hungry.
There's a lack of something in life, right? So I mean, we all do this on some level. We're just, you know, bringing it to your attention. Again, this is that mindfulness that is a part of self-love that we're talking about. All right, so let's get started on your self-love smoothie.
Okay.
I want to taste it.
And it's so important, food, like I was going to mention, when it comes to the body. You know, fitness and food is so essential to self-love because it's 80% what you eat.
Yeah,
so
it really is.
that food, that gut, you know, determines your mood swings. It determines how you feel and how you treat others. So, with that said, I'm going to
Smoothie.
demonstrate.
All right, so I'm your helper.
Okay.
You tell me what you want me to do.
Okay.
All right, so tell me what's up.
So, normally, what I do, if I know I'm going to have a busy day, okay, I will have a smoothie to suppress my appetite. And, because I mainly eat one meal a day.
Okay. So that works for you.
Yeah, that works for me. And that's in the evening or afternoon,
Right.
like 4, 5 o'clock. And then later on, I might do something like, it could be an apple, whatever. But
So I want folks to be clear out there. So the smoothie, you're not necessarily considering that a meal. Or,
correct. I'm not considering it a
yeah,
meal.
you're talking about like a plate, a meal, that kind of meal, like maybe a cooked meal or a salad.
Yeah, right.
Okay, so let's be clear. So she's talking about maybe a plate, cooked meal, or a salad. That's her one meal a day.
Yes.
But then this is, something a little
Breaks the
different.
fast.
So much
Yes. Yes.
So tell me what we cook on.
Okay, so you want to know the ingredients? Okay, so it starts with the base is spinach. I usually use baby spinach. It's already been rinsed off.
Yeah, I'll take one.
Do you want to put it in and cook it? Okay.
I don't know.
And then,
All right, so these have been washed, right? These you can buy this spinach inside of a container, right?
yes, exactly.
I love it because if you look, I love how the leaves are a little bit, they're bigger like these. And sometimes they have a little bit of sand on them, so we just want to make sure that we do a
Exactly.
second rinse
Exactly.
with spinach, right?
Exactly, yeah, because
Okay.
they're pretty dirty.
Yeah,
No matter how many times you rinse it, you can always find some extra.
you can find. And y'all, let me just say this: dirt ain't bad.
No,
okay?
it's not at all.
It's not bad.
Not at all.
All right.
Okay, so then now I want to add 2 apples.
2 apples.
Yes.
All right, cool.
I'm gonna cut them up.
All right, so we're gonna cut this up.
Yes.
And are you okay with me not including the inside or the seeds?
No problem.
So we can do this. So I'm just basically leaving this part off.
Thank you so much. I appreciate your help.
All right, so we have that, and one more, right? One more. We're gonna do the same thing. All right, is there a particular kind of apple that you like?
Just whatever floats your boat.
Hello. All right. I like gala. Those are my favorite.
Okay.
Hey, how you doing? You want to have a seat? Yeah, you can grab a seat.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can just grab one. Yeah, just bring it over here.
I tell you, social media really works.
Yes, it does.
I was in my bed. I just went to church. They would have ended. I went online.
You saw me.
And I saw you. I said, oh, let me see what's going on here.
All right, so you decide to show up.
Yeah.
I love it.
So actually move it over. Just slide it over here.
Slide it over
Yeah,
here.
just come on over here.
Okay.
All right, so we have the apple, we have spinach. What else?
And 2 bananas.
All right, so 2 bananas.
And I like the bananas because it just makes it.
Nice and creamy,
Yes,
right? Yeah.
exactly.
We love bananas.
Yes.
And this is loaded with potassium.
Yes,
right?
definitely.
All right, the apples are definitely going to keep you regular.
Yes.
I believe it has riboflavin
Yes.
there as well.
Yes, go ahead, Chef Beee.
Yeah, I gotta know my nutrients, right? Yes, and this is really good. They're really, really good. And then also, when you get the bananas that look like this, they're not as sweet.
Yeah, right. I was trying to find.
Yeah, but that's fine. That works.
Yeah.
All right, so we got that going.
And now we're going to add some bee pollen.
Ooh, so talk a little bit about the bee pollen. This is powerful for the brothers too.
Yes, it's
right?
very powerful. It helps fight inflammation. It helps regulate your cholesterol, your high blood pressure. It has so many other benefits.
Allergies too, right?
Allergies,
It's a
yes.
natural histamine for people who have allergies. So you can actually give this as, like just to kind of build people's tolerance for the allergy season. So a little bit, a few granules until you can get to like a full spoonful. Is this enough or should I add some more? Alright, so we got bee pollen. This is great because we've never used bee pollen in a recipe. So I'm glad that you
I'm a
brought
first.
this. You're first. Alright.
Okay, some ginger.
Alright, so
just
is
chop
there
it.
any
I just
amount?
usually use a thumb.
So this is about a thumb's worth. So y'all see that, y'all? The thumb's
It's
worth.
already rinsed, and I like to keep the skin on it because
Oh, you
know,
do?
the skin-
Okay,
The
good.
skin is just as good as. It's actually very more powerful than the meat.
All right, so we're gonna put that in there,
Okay,
like
and
so.
then we have some moringa.
Moringa.
Yes,
Ooh.
moringa.
My Baba loves moringa. Yeah. My Baba loves him some moringa, so we're gonna add that to it. All right, so 1 teaspoon, 2.
Yeah.
Okay, so moringa, superfood.
Yes.
said 2 or
That's
1?
good. That's good.
Oh, that's
right
good.
there. Yeah.
It's a superfood, good for the immune system,
Yes,
right?
yes, and it's more powerful than bananas, the spinach, all of that.
Mm.
This is good to have it.
Yeah.
Dip moringa.
Just in your diet, but
Yes.
you can't do overdo it. So you don't want to
Right, so
use it.
okay,
What
and then
else?
we have the hemp seeds, the flax seeds, and the chia
All right, so this is a blend.
Yes.
I haven't seen this. This is dope.
Yeah, I saw
All right,
it.
so
yeah.
this is nice. So this is gonna give you your omega-3s,
Yeah,
right?
and also the fiber.
And your fiber. All right,
Yes.
how much you
I put
mean?
2.
2.
teaspoons, yeah.
2. This is really a self-love smoothie. Do you see all this good stuff, y'all?
Yes,
For
yes.
those of you out here who don't like taking vitamins,
Right.
this is it. This is the
This is
vitamin
it.
pill right
Yes,
here.
it is.
Okay, so we got that going. What else?
And then for people that always say that they're still hungry after they had their smoothie, I add a little oatmeal to make it fit. Oh, you got
Yes.
some?
No,
Okay.
that's mine. Hold on.
Right there in the middle.
Yeah.
Yes.
I'm grabbing the wrong thing. Excuse me.
Twist it.
There we go. All right. And how much?
I just shake it.
You just shaking it. 1,
1, 2, 3.
2.
There we go. Okay.
All right.
This is a meal.
This
Yes,
is
it is.
So
Exactly.
look.
Okay, so maybe it's 2
You
meals.
got 2 meals, girl. You're doing 2 meals a day. You're not doing no 1.
I know. I see.
All right.
And then the milk.
All right. So how much? You want me to measure? Here we got this.
It's brand new.
Oh, okay. This is great.
It's not
All right. We're gonna shake it real good. All right. And then you want to do a cup?
Yes, and of course this is almond milk. We don't want to use cow milk.
Or I want to tell
coconut.
people about soy milk. Don't use soy.
Yeah, no soy, no cow.
Think that's good?
No.
More.
Yeah.
Just pour it in there.
2 more. Well, 4.
What? I think this is good. I went to
Okay.
2.
Yeah, that's good. That's good. Okay.
All right.
and I think that- oh, and if you want to sweeten it, we can add the honey.
Let's do that. I like honey. See, the Baba's eyeing that smoothie. He likes his smoothies. Right? Right, Baba?
Yeah.
This is a new one?
Yes,
You open that up already? All right. So we're going to do big old squeeze. There we go.
All right.
Yes.
And then in my Montel Williams machine, I usually do 3 minutes of power.
All right. So let's see. Yep. You do your thing there. Got it?
Should.
Yeah. I'll go this way. So how often do you work out a week?
I work out at least 3 times a week.
All right, so you know that's also part of the self-love formula, right? So how often do you work out? Like meaning how much I should have said? Like how long? What's the duration of time?
I do 3 times a week at least 45 minutes each
Are
session.
you running? Are you lifting weights? What?
Sometimes I'm just dancing. It's just about moving the body. Yeah. But mainly, I'm training.
Okay.
Because I figure it's a lifestyle.
Right.
And if I gotta do it, I might as well get paid to do it.
I hear that. That's true.
That looks good right
That
now.
looks really, really good. All right. So here we go. Ding, ding, ding. You want some?
No breakfast.
You didn't,
No.
you didn't want any. All right, let's taste. You can have some of this. Here. It's so good. Taste. I'll give it to her. You can taste the ginger. You like it? Here you go, yeah. Isn't that lovely?
Lovely.
Heaven,
So feel the energy.
heaven,
Yes.
in a, heaven in a
There's
cup.
energy.
Isn't that wonderful?
And I was ready for it.
Yes, here you go. That's the cameraman. Yes.
I see.
Lovely assistant. Thank you.
I like this movie.
This is so good.
Oh, thank you.
What y'all think?
Yeah.
Like it's life support.
Yeah, this is really lovely. Life support, right?
Yeah, it's lively foods. You want to eat lively foods because it gives you life.
Mm-hmm. That's amazing.
This is wonderful.
That's amazing. All right, so that's our smoothie.
Yes.
So I'm just gonna talk you guys through this chowder. All right, it's really, really simple. I'm gonna move this over So I'm gonna bring this over. So I just want to show you. I'm really excited about this. My friend Abba Bailey, one of my star twins, right? We have the same birthday. Hi Abba, we love you so much. She's like, Chef B, you need to get an Instapot. I was like, really? I'm old school. I like my pressure cooker. The thing started falling apart. I've had it for like 15 years. One of the handles is gone. It's just a hot mess.
You lost the lid.
Lost the lid, right? So I don't even know where this thing is, Studio Stephanie. I'm like, the mama's mad at me. Where is the lid? I'm like, I don't know. So it was time, y'all. It was time to step it up. And so this Instapot acts as so many different things. If you haven't seen it before, have you seen this before?
No, I haven't.
So the Instapot is, it's like a slow cooker, a rice cooker. You can pressure cook in here. You can do stews in here. You can do everything. And if you look, come cameraman, I want to show them. If you look, they have all of these settings,
I see.
right?
Nice.
As you can see, you can make yogurt, right? You can do, if you want to, you know, different kinds of stews, soups. There's so many things you could do. Saute, so you would take the lid off and saute. So I said, you know what? I know we're doing this smoothie, but I know it's chilly outside, and people are gonna really want something warming foods, right? That's where we are right now. And one of my favorite warming foods is chowders, right? Like right? We have someone over there saying, yup, So you know.
What is a chowder?
So chowder
Compared to a soup, compared to a stew.
So a chowder is a soup, but it's like a cream-based soup, right? So it's a lot thicker than like a minestrone, or you know what I mean? And usually they're dairy-based. They're dairy-based, so they have heavy cream, they have butter, they have all that rich stuff. And we just talked about self-love. And so this is a take on that chowder, that nostalgic feeling for chowders, but there's not all of the fat inside.
Especially up north.
Yeah, like clam chowder. See, we got show her face, Mama. Show her. She just shaking her head. She like, she in the background listening. You gonna get some.
Like, I've been like searching for a good conch chowder, and they don't make it here, but in the islands they make a really
Man, like a clam chowder or a conch chowder, or corn
So
chowder, or
Bahamas.
potato chowder, all of that, right, y'all? So, this is vegetable chowder. All right, so we're just gonna talk about all the ingredients that are inside. I'm gonna reveal it shortly. All right. So really, what you would do in here is it's a one-pot dish. It's so fast. You would get some coconut oil. So here's my coconut oil. You would get like maybe a tablespoon of this, and you would put it inside of this. Once you take the lid off, you can saute, and you just hit saute, and you add the coconut oil. You add onions. You add celery. You add carrots, you add potatoes, you add the corn, right? And then you basically just mix everything up. You mix everything up.
Does it have to be hot or?
So when you hit saute, you're gonna hear it sizzle. Everything is electric.
Okay.
And you saute, and you basically just saute this until the potatoes are translucent. Okay? And then once that happens, you wanna add in your thyme. Okay? You can also use your thyme essential oil, right? You can also add in your vegetable broth, okay? And then after you've done that, right, you add in, and I have it here, almond milk. So I'll add in like maybe 2 to 3 cups of almond milk. You can add in some flaxseed meal to thicken it up. All right, you can add in a little bit of almond meal, flour, whatever thickening agent you like. And then you seal it.
So I have a question. What if we don't have this? Can we?
You can do this on the pot, you know, in a regular old pot, and just do it old school slow. The difference here is there's a setting here that says soup. So after you saute, you hit that button, close it, and then lock the steam in, right? Because there's a sealing and a venting, right? And then you just 30 minutes, and then it's done. Yeah. So, oh, the other thing I didn't mention that you need to add here is nutritional yeast,
Okay.
a little bit of salt, a little bit of granulated garlic.
Okay.
So literally, one pot dish, you throw everything in, set it and forget about it. And then when it's done, it goes beep.
Oh,
All right,
nice.
so this is what it came out to be.
See the smoke?
Mhm.
You smell it.
You see that?
Oh, it smells so
All right, so I want you to try it.
delicious. Yes, yes, yes.
Let me rinse this off.
Yummy, yummy.
Ready
So
for
once
this
again,
one? You ready for this one?
30 minutes. 30 minutes. And so what you can do, you can see it's thick, right?
Yes.
You can see. And then you can garnish this. You can have some crackers with this, right?
Some cups.
So, and then I added in, you have, your corn and all that. You can add in mushrooms, just different things. Give that to that young lady over there. There she is. Excuse me, young lady. There you go. Yes, it's hot.
You left the recipe, right? That's delicious.
You like it?
Are there mushrooms in it?
So I didn't add mushrooms. I know.
But I want
There's
mushrooms.
someone that's very dear to me that doesn't like mushrooms. So yeah, exactly. So I'm a mushroom fiend. All right.
Yeah, I'm a now that I'm like getting almost away from seafood at all, mushrooms have been my supplement.
Oh yeah, and they're so good for you.
Yeah, and I mean like
Come on.
I know.
That's right. Yes.
I made mushrooms.
Yeah, this is yours too. All right, so this is I'm calling my self-love chowder.
Okay.
All right, because again, it's very rich, it's very filling, but it doesn't have all of the dairy, right? And the dairy is really the thing that people get excited about with chowder. All right.
Is this almond milk instead of?
So yeah, we use almond milk, and actually, what I did do here, y'all, and I didn't mention this, I added coconut milk.
It's delicious.
All right, I added some coconut milk
I
to
love
this.
coconut milk.
Yes.
That's a good alternative.
So we have the new potatoes, we have the carrots, we have the celery. All of
So
this
you
is
started it
organic.
off with coconut oil, right?
Yes, I did. Give it that flavor, some thyme, all of my veggies, saute all the veggies. You add in your broth. I use a low sodium broth, almond milk. You can add your coconut milk. I would suggest that you do that. Any kind of flour or meal to thicken it up. And then I covered this, press one button, and then I set it and I forget it. That was it.
How much yeast?
I use a lot of that. Just to give it that creamy taste.
Yeah. Okay.
So I would say maybe like a quarter cup of the nutritional yeast.
That is delicious. Thank you so much.
Yes. So y'all, let me just remind y'all, the holidays are coming up.
I'm gonna Instapot some.
Yeah. Yes, the holiday season is coming up, and we really, this is the perfect time to practice self-love, right? Restrain, right? Mindfulness, really talking to yourself, self-talk, grounding, all of these things, because really what you put in your mouth is, is what you're thinking about.
That's it.
What you put in your mouth is what you're thinking about. And so we really want you guys to really think about that and really think about ways in which you can really show yourself gratitude.
Show some love.
How do you show yourself gratitude? And one of the ways, of course, is by the foods you're eating, and then, of course, taking the time for meditation, like we talked about earlier, movement regularly, right? Relationships, the people that are in your life. You got
Get rid of toxic people.
You got toxic people up in your life.
Get rid of them.
You got to go.
Yeah.
Yeah, you got to go, right?
Get rid of them.
And so, and then also, I would say self-love is also giving back, right? Giving back, being that your humanity, right? I think so. Studio Stephanie is giving her time back, in detention centers, working with them, doing yoga, mindful work. I'm doing this work with the food. What is your what acts of humanity are you exercising for your community and for yourself and for your family?
Because it's bigger than you.
Absolutely. So it's really, really important. This is the only cooking show for this month, for November. And so, 2 weeks we have Thanksgiving. Right? Tell them some other things that's going on for you. What's coming up?
Well, this Tuesday, I'm going to be on Comcast Live, Channel 24, talking about food and medicine, what's really in it. I'm going to talk about Popeyes.
Okay.
Popeyes. I just talked to somebody about that today. So there's something in it.
It is. It's not real. It's cloned food.
Right.
And I'm going to talk about that as well as on the 30th, I'm going to have a book writing seminar.
All right, so you got to give me all of the links so that people can, who are looking at this live, they can, connect with you. All right. Also, we have next week Healing Me First holiday cooking series. So there are 2 classes that I'm going to be hosting. We had one yesterday with Dr. K. That was awesome.
Nice.
Next week, Healing Me First is going to be at my doctor's office where I have my coaching practice. And it's next Saturday, November 16th from 12 to 1:30. And we're going to get your mind right for the holidays, y'all. All right, so we'll drop the link for that. And then at the end of, let me see, is that my only event? Oh, and then we got the food truck. We got the Western food truck that's happening the same day, but later, all day from 12 to 7.
Wow.
And there'll be several chefs doing demos and things like that. So I'll be there doing that later on after the cooking class.
I have to be there.
Yeah, you gotta come. Are there any comments out there? Did anyone ask anything?
Yeah, actually, Angela says hello.
Hey, Angela.
She's in Mexico.
Yes, Angela. We know we living vicariously through you, girl.
Right.
Yes, Ange. Yes. All right.
She
Hello,
probably
greetings
sitting-
from Mexico. Any other questions? Any other concerns? Anything, y'all. All right. So if you are interested in eating better, we have essential meals to go. We have 3-day, 5-day, and 7-day plans. For those folks who want to eat plant-based, but they just don't have the time, we can get you right with essential meals to go. We will drop the information again in the discussion thread. We also have 2 books, right? We have Studio Stephanie's book, and then you have my book. So her book, Imagine, is Image is Everything.
Image is everything. What does your
everything.
image say about you? It's a self-help workbook for women to help them get their thoughts out of their head onto paper so they can analyze where they are now and where they're trying to go. Because as a life coach, I want you to be able to enjoy this journey through life.
Beautiful.
Thank you.
And then we have Let Plants Nourish You. Let Plants Nourish You, 36 awesome recipes infused with essential oils, baby. So you can learn how to utilize essential oils in your plant-based meals. These recipes are super simple, 30 minutes or less.
Delicious. Is that in this one?
Yeah, well, no. I
next book.
The next book. All of these new recipes, they're all in the next book, right? So you guys can definitely grab a copy of this. And y'all, have an amazing holiday season. We will be back here in December. We're taking a little break, couple-week break, just so we can enjoy the rest of this month. But we'll be back in December. Thank you so much for coming on the show.
Thank you for having me.
Yes, thank you so much. And you guys enjoy the rest of your Sunday. We're about to go eat.
Yes.
Right? We're going to finish up the chowder and the self-love smoothie.
Yes.
All right, y'all.
All right. Thank you.
All right.